Goes without saying, you've got to be pretty happy, haven't you, after that? I mean, it was a big win for you, and you played some very nice football as well.
I thought we played fantastic football. I thought that first 25 minutes was football at its very best. I mean, we absolutely dominated and we moved the ball around quickly and got the one goal, but really I thought we could have been 2 or 3 goals up at that stage. You know, I thought the worst thing that happened, I was disappointed when Charlie Adams got sent off, because we were so much in control of the game at that time with 11 men against 11. I was just concerned that we might change the way we played, change the attitude of everybody, change the attitude of the crowd, we didn't need that.
Doesn't always work in the way that you think it would.
No, they'll sit people behind the ball. They're going to be dangerous on the attack with Suarez. And, you know, it wasn't how I really wanted it. I was quite happy with 11 against 11 at that stage.
You've already alluded to it, but I suppose for people who weren't at the match, it might be easy for them to say, oh, well, you know, Liverpool had 9 players. It took away from it as a competitive spectacle. But Tottenham, you've got to be very happy with the way your team were playing when it was 11 against 11.
We were far the better team. I mean, you know, anyone who's watched that first 30 minutes or so, we should have been at least 2 or 3 goals in front. So there was no danger at that stage. We were miles better on the day.
Luka Modric set the tone, didn't he, with that screamer of a goal in the 6th or 7th minute. I mean, a little reminder as to why the club was so keen to keep hold of him, and the sort of shot that I don't think anybody was going to keep out.
No, top corner, great strike. But I thought we were giving them problems at that time. You know, everywhere we had Gareth Bale, we were Nico on the other side. You know, Scotty Parker and Luka were running the game from midfield. And Adebayor and Defoe, really, they couldn't contain them. You know, they were really causing problems for Liverpool.
I have to say, I never thought I'd hear Adebayor cheered to the rafters in this stadium of all places.
Listen, I've said before, you know, football's a funny old game, and I've always said that Saddam Hussein could have bought a football club, and if he'd have pumped millions in, they'd have all sung "There's only one Saddam." So I mean, that is how the game is, and we kid ourselves. He's done nothing wrong. He played for Arsenal, he played for Man City. The Arsenal fans hate him now, so more reason for the Tottenham fans to love him. And he's come here and he's shown what he can do. He's worked hard today again. He's put a real shift in. And they'll love him here. If he continues like that, like he did last week, he's got no problem. He'll be fantastic for this club.
Are you quietly excited by the addition of Adebayor and Scott Parker to your team?
Yeah.
I mean, because, you know, Parker's slotted in straight away, hasn't he, as if he's always been here.
Well, he was a key. I felt, you know, I said to the chairman from day one, we need Scotty Parker. You know, it took a lot of persuading, but in the end we got there. And, you know, I appreciate him, you know, giving me the backing to bring Scotty in here, because he's a fantastic player and he's a real professional, proper bloke. You know, you'd love to have him. You love him in your dressing room. You love him out on the pitch. He's a top player. That's why he's got in the England team now, and I think he'll be a massive player at Tottenham.
It's amazing how feelings can change so quickly, isn't it? I mean, if you think back to the last home match, the game with Manchester City, and then the performance and the result here today, do you really feel that you're up and running now?
Yeah, oh yeah. I felt we would. I never had any. You know, I didn't go home from the Man City game suicidal. I mean, it was. You know, I looked at my team and knew that we had problems because, you know, we were open, and I didn't have Scotty at the time, and it was a team really I put out against Man City that really I had no choices. It was too open, and you know the game was going to go the way it went. Either if we'd have scored first, we had some good chances, but they were always going to get chances. But now, you know, we look more solid, we look stronger. We've got Sandro coming back, you know, as well. I mean, we started that game with no Sandro, Wilson Palacios was out injured at the time, so I had a very open team. This is a more solid looking team now, and it'll only get more and more solid and better, I think, as we go. But let's be honest, if you can't enjoy watching the football we played here today, then there's something wrong with you, because I felt that first half hour was absolutely out of the top drawer.
You wouldn't want to comment on the yellow cards that your players received, you wouldn't?
No, I'd love to comment, yeah.
But maybe another time.
Maybe another time, another day. But as I say, we've got to look at ourselves, and if there's somewhere we can improve, then we've got to do that. And we know that there's plenty of room for improvement after that, albeit we were down to 9 men, but then we played a part of the game before that when we'd 11 on the pitch, and that's what we want to concern ourselves with. We can't dictate what's out with our control. We can certainly dictate what's in our control, and we started poorly. We never passed it as well as we have been passing it, or as quickly as we have been passing it. So for us, I think that's where it goes back to. Tottenham started better than us. They took the lead with a wonder goal for Modric. And then the other incidents that you probably want to talk about, but I think it's best left unsaid for us, because I think it only takes away from the performance for Tottenham.
Well, let's talk about that first goal from Tottenham then, because it seemed that part of the problem in the build-up to that goal was when Daniel Agger slipped or fell inside the penalty area, which left a bit of a gap, and it was ultimately an injury which put him out of the game. It seemed to be one thing after another in that opening 45 minutes in particular.
I think the gap was about 12-inch square, and the post he stamped in the goalpost, wasn't it? I mean, Daniel got a tackle in, hurt himself, it broke to Luka Modric eventually, and he scored a great goal.
Is there anything you can pick out of this game of a positive nature?
Yeah, the supporters were fantastic.
And you just say that it was a bad day at the office and you just move on? Because you've had quite a few good days at the office, haven't you?
Yeah, we've had good days, and we'll have a lot more good days coming as well. But that doesn't mean to say that we dismiss a performance like that. It doesn't mean to say that we go away and we don't correct what we've done and take it for granted. When we played well, we went out and we worked hard the next days to get it right, or get it better, and we'll do exactly the same. But Tottenham deserve a great deal of credit for the performance they put on today.
3 points and 2 goals for you. How good an afternoon's work was this?
Yeah, we know it's going to be a tough game, especially we know how good Liverpool are at the moment. So yeah, we told ourselves that we got good players up front. We just have to believe in our quality, play our own football, put the ball on the ground, have a lot of movement, because we know that if you run in behind Gallagher and Agger, we can give them a lot of trouble, a lot of problem, and I think that's what we have done quite well. So yeah, I'm very delighted for the 3 points.
You started this game with real intent. What was the plan? What was the game plan today?
Yeah, just like play our own football, because we know that as I told you before, we got a lot of good players up front. We can keep the ball, we can go behind. So yeah, I think that's what we have done quite well, and we don't allow them to play football. Whenever they got the ball, we press them to get back the ball quickly, and you know, we are very good in counter-attack with a lot of good players. Nico, Gareth Bale, Luka, myself, Jermaine Defoe, and we give them a lot of trouble. But at the end of the day, what is important is to take the 3 points, and we have done that quite well with a lot of quality. It's very good, and I'm very delighted for the club, for the team.
This was always going to be a big game for you personally, your home debut here at White Hart Lane. When you missed that early chance, did it worry you? Did it bother you at all?
No, not at all, because I knew as a striker, most of the time we have 3 chances, we take maybe 2. We have sometimes 5, and not even one will get in. So, you know, as a footballer, we just have to keep focused. That's what I have done quite well throughout all the games, and I have a chance to score 2 goals. I'm very happy, very delighted. But, you know, as a striker, sometimes we miss, sometimes we score. That's football.
So in all honesty, what did go through your mind when you got that first goal out there?
Yeah, very happy, very delighted. It's always important to score first goal at home, and I have done that work quite well. I have done it already away. So yeah, you know, when I score, I know the fans already love me, because like, well, that's what they're looking forward to, a player who can score goals, and I'm very happy everything is going on for me very well in this club. So hopefully I will keep the hard work and keep going.
It's early days, I know, but what message do you feel a performance like this actually sends out to the rest of this division?
Oh, like, I think now a lot of players, a lot of teams will think like, okay, now Tottenham, they got a good squad, good players with a lot of quality individual players. So now I think whenever we're going to play away or home, it's going to be tough now, because now I think they know what we can do on the football pitch. And anyway, it's good. That's the motivation and that's the ambition of a footballer. So more difficult it is, we have to find a solution.
Emmanuel, many congratulations on the result and your goals. You're also the Barclays Man of the Match. Well done today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.